Alright, so today we'll be installing a storm door on front of the house. I already did one. I'm going to do another one. For this, you'll need the handle kit with it. After you buy the storm door, I recommend opening it, double checking it, make sure nothing's broke. This one looks good. Check both sides, make sure you have all the pieces, top and bottom flanges. And these are just seals that go around it. And then, of course, your installation kit that comes with all the screws and the hardware and the closers, along with the book. You'll need also, in addition, a drill and tape measure and maybe level. Door should already be level, but it's always good when you install it to check for level. So hold on one second, I'll show you those. All right, this should all be what else you need to include in installing your storm door. So what I will tell you, when you pick out a storm door, you'll need to measure the outside of your door. So the outside of this door, you go from inside to inside, right? The reveal. It's gonna be a 32-inch storm door that'll sit on the outside of your brick mold. So your brick mold is that right there. So that and that. So it'll sit on that, and then it'll cover your door. The handle, the reason you have this brick mold is because of this handle. If you don't have this brick mold, you'll have to buy it and add it. Otherwise, when you put the door on, your handles will knock. So I'll go ahead and start step one of putting the door on. Okay, after you measured and bring up the storm door, you might need a second person to help hold it. It's not too bad if it fits snug like this one did. I held it by myself, and then add a screw. Pre-drill first, always pre-drill. Use the pre-drill, and then put a couple screws in. Comes with a drill bit and some screws. And then once you got a couple screws in, keep going. You can let go, obviously, and then you want to go around, and then the top piece, which is your drip edge, you want to here it's not gonna matter because it's not gonna see any rain, but it always goes down like that because water's got to drip off. So no water here, but the condensation will do the same. Then it'll go down to the bottom, and you want to make sure you have a nice snug fit. And then after you've done this portion, we can go ahead and pull off of those orange tabs to open up the door, and then I'll show you how to install the door handle. But it's pretty easy once you measure. It's a snug fit, and then after you get all your screws in, I'll take those pieces and then I'll go down the line and clip them over, which covers and hides your screw hole. So we'll do that next and finish up. All right, and so once you get all the screws in, to do two more, you have to go inside and take the little orange pieces off right there. Excuse me. But after that's done, we'll go ahead and get those little pieces and clip them over the top. So it'll look like there's no screw holes. The door is open, so we will go ahead and add our door handle, which I'll show you. So that literally took me about 5 minutes, maybe 10, for the storm door. Don't let it shut, otherwise this piece will get locked, and then you'll have to, you can use a regular screwdriver just to pull it, to open it before you put the door handle in. But I'll show you how that's done as well. Okay, these little white strips, literally all they do is snap in from the corner there on down. Once you get it started, you just keep popping it in. This takes another probably 5 minutes. I had to put a time on it. So I'll keep going and show you the finished product. Okay, as you can see, all the way down, all the screw holes no longer visible. What that does is that prevents water from getting in, rusting the screws over time, and eventually your door falling apart. So Anderson's a very good product in my opinion. That's why they're one of the best. So now we'll go ahead and everything's good, flush. We'll gonna have to add a couple more screw holes on the inside. That's the security part of the door. None on this side, as you can see. Do not peel this off. You'll need that if you ever need parts for the door. But we'll go ahead and add those two screws, pre-drill first, and then add the door handle. All right, we added the 2 screws for the security part of the door. I forgot to include the level part. So as you can see up here at the end of the drip edge, right, in the top drip edge, there's a hole. So what happens is that hole, water from the top, is meant to come through and drip straight down the door. So if you don't have a downward pitch, which we do, we have a slight downward pitch on a level. See if I hold it up, how it goes, that's level. So if I go down, it has a downward pitch, very slight, but that's what the water runs down in. If you don't do that, you're gonna wanna do that, just because you need somewhere for water to go. All things are, even though they appear level, should not be level, because the water's gotta drip off the side of the house somehow. So we'll go ahead and install the door handle next. All right, for the door handle, you wanna take it apart. These are all the pieces, and those are your instructions. And then I put shoes on either side so it doesn't swing. But we'll go ahead and install it. Just follow the instructions. It's pretty simple, basic. You have to screw in the side and then place it. It'll tell you there's a couple different ways of the handing, however you want to make it latch. Depending on if you do it a left or a right door, handing door, outswing. So this is considered a right hand outswing, just because it's on the right hand. Left hand would be on the left hand. It's always where the door handle is. On a storm door, on an exterior door or an interior door, it's gonna be a little different. They call it left hand because of the hinge based. Storm door is a little different, measured from the outside. That's why it's a little different. Anyways, we'll go ahead and install the door handle, and then I'll show you the conclusion of that. All right, so you do the handles first, inside and outside, and you want to connect each one of these separate so you can flip around the handle if you need to the right spot. They explain to you in the directions, but it's kind of hard to see. Anyways, when you see, it should lock up to up, and then down, that should latch for a right hand storm door. Then you insert this, and that's your deadbolt, right? So go ahead and do that. And then down there, see the little screw? That'll be your, when you put the cover plate on here, so put that on. Your longer screw will go in the bottom, and your shorter screw will go on the top. And then the door handle will be complete, and that only takes about 5 minutes as well. Did forget to mention see the flathead screws go on the side, the round head screws go on that. So I'll go ahead and screw those in. The door handle will be done. All right, once you get your door handle on, test it. Make sure it opens, closes. Latches, you hear that click? It's latched. Look at everything. Make sure you're happy, because next you'll go ahead and we'll add the closers, which will close it automatically, and we'll be done. All right, I do recommend inspecting the inside. See the gaps? So down here, we're gonna have to caulk, but under here, it has an adjustment. These screws right here, well, only 2 screws on this one, I guess. Comes over here. We can undo them, and I'll push down and retighten them, and then you won't have this gap. It'll be tight. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll go ahead and add the closers. All right, as you see, I loosened those screws, lowered it, tighten them again, no gap. With the exception of there, which we'll put caulk in, just because there's no other way to do it. Whoever did the frame, they put tin around regular 2x4s. If it were me, I would have used AZEK and then caulked it, and you wouldn't have all this. But old houses, new doors, got to make it work. Anyways, all right, we'll go on to the closers. All right, to do the closers, you're gonna need one of these that comes with it. The bottom one is gonna have the button on it, so you can push it and release it with your foot on the Anderson 3000 series. Then you have this piece and this piece, and that'll do one closer. We'll be screwing it there, and then we'll put it there to whatever adjustment we feel it needs, and screw it tight. I'll show you how it looks when it's done. So the 2 short screws to the packet, go here and behind this one, and then the longest pin goes in this one. You kind of measure it up. You want it level with the door, so you don't want it like up or way down. You want it somewhere in between here, and then you line it up. Screw those two screws with that piece in first, and then this piece kind of hooks on it like that, and then you pre-drill. Always pre-drill so you don't split the wood, and then screw in that last piece, and then your short pin is going to go in this one when you connect it. All right, screwed tight. That's just about there. So it comes with this piece you can add on, so you pull it out with the pliers or your hand, latch it, and then all you do is put that in and align it. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, so that's done. Pulled it out. What I ended up doing, easier than pliers, you just latch this one, you take this one out over here, latch it in that one, pull it out as it goes back in, slip that one in. And that's literally it. So you should be able to open it. And I'll show you here. Okay. Gotta pull it closed. So we'll go ahead and do the same with the top one, since the Anderson 3000 comes with the top one, and then we'll be good to go. All right, for the top one, you'll need the same kit. One, smaller hook. Notice it doesn't have a press or release, and then your screw kit. All right, so last step is to check it, make sure it works. Open it, step on it, stays open, push it, release it. Watch it come close. Now if you want to adjust it so it goes closer faster, there's a dial on the bottom. I gotta get a screwdriver, but there's a dial right there. You can adjust it so it closes faster. You just need to make sure it closes, latches, which it will. Last thing you need to do, it's kind of funny, even the manufacturer's screwed up. See this up in the top left, so that should be in the bottom corner down there. So I'll take it out, flip it around, but all you gotta do, it has two more plastic pieces out here. I'll show you. Oh, in the truck it looks like. Those two. So last two pieces, they go on top and bottom. They just clip in. So I'll do that and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so those two pieces go bottom, top to hold the glass. So we'll go outside, close the door again. Make sure it shuts good. I'll push it for time's sake. Closes good, reveals good, everything's done. That's how you install a 3000 series Anderson storm door. Shouldn't take you, honestly, more than an hour and a half. You could probably, if you're a contractor, do 3 to 4 of these a day, depending on if you have to replace the brick mold on the doors or do some work around the door. But honestly, 3 to 4 a day. Doors about $300 to $400. Typical job is $700 to $800 if you're paying someone. But this is how you do it by yourself. Like it, subscribe, follow me for more videos on just your ordinary daily household improvements. Thank you.